Is it Tracey Buunk from the Broomfield Community Development? Sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Tracey Buunk. I'm here to represent the Broomfield Community Development Trust, and we're based at 126 on the corner, which is 126 Hay Road. So I've actually been there 22 years now as a community development worker, and I've worked in the area for just over 30 years now doing community work. And council is a very important part of what we do. If it wasn't for council, we wouldn't have secured the building, and we really wouldn't be there in the area, so thank you very much. And while with council, I believe that you work a lot with numbers. We're working face to face with our community, and we realise that council are having wards that are roughly, oh, maybe that's a sign. Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, just making sure you're awake to hear the next bit. I probably lost 30 seconds there. Reset the clock. Okay. Yeah, so having wards roughly the same size is probably quite helpful if you're council, but we are concerned about the boundary change with Buchanan's Road. We're right opposite Buchanan's Road, so our side where the building is High, the other side is Broomfield. So most of the 400 plus individuals that we see each week are coming from the immediate area, so within walking distance, Hay, Broomfield. Low social economic area, people who are about during weekdays have similar needs, which is quite helpful for us in some ways. It's taken years to reach those people in Broomfield because the only resource in Broomfield is the kindy, and we're the next closest to that with the bus stops directly outside the building. And then when Dalmain came along, Dalmain being right next to Broomfield, the people are much different, their needs are different. A lot of those people are working during the day, we don't see so many of them, or I believe that they're people that have retired and they've shifted to a smaller house, smaller section, less work to do. So quite a different group of people as far as the social economic side of things go. So we'd like to ask you to reconsider the boundary change for Buchanan's Road and that Broomfield and Hay remain under the current ward. This would actually make our work a lot easier. We wouldn't have to apply for 2 wards for funding. If the changes would remain the same, we'd need to double up on funding applications and accountability to council. We'd also need to get to know a different community board as well as, and that's not a bad thing to get to know other community boards, but it's a lot more work involved. And we'd also need to look at Hay and Broomfield separately instead of them being one as they are at the moment. And all this would take considerably more time and take us away from what we're there for. We want to spend as much time with the people as possible. I'm the only paid worker there. We've got some volunteers. We've got 36 volunteers at the moment. And we run 2 buildings. We've just had another building that opened in October last year, which we're reaching more people. And we work hard to make sure that not only the people's needs are met, but that people can move from the current situations and be able to meet their own needs and also help other people to do the same, rather than just being there just to give handouts. We like to give a hand up to people, which actually takes a bit more time. We break down social isolation. We're trying to empower the community to be less reliant on resources and to be able to support one another to become a more resilient community. And we really feel that if Broomfield ended up going over to, I think it's a Papanui ward, would that be correct? If the changes went ahead now, I think it'd be Papanui. Was it Papanui? Good. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yep. Sort of feel that Broomfield may get lost. Broomfield's not that big an area. So just like you to reconsider the change, and maybe Buchanan's Road could have a bit of a curve in it where Broomfield is. And if we keep Broomfield on our side, we'd really appreciate it. So that's me done.
That's you done? Right,
Yep.
okay. Jimmy Chen.
May I ask you, you prefer the kind of Broomfield, that kind of boundary, your idea is from the Race Coast Road, Marsham, until the Ponce Road, or just a Commons Road to the Gilbert Falls, this area, which area, your definition regarding the Broomfield?
Well, the Broomfield area would be for us it'd be from like Carmen Road
Yes,
through to just past Gilberthorpe's Road.
yeah, this
So
section.
up
small.
to Delmain.
Yes,
So it'd be both the other side of Buchanan's Road,
yes,
Vanguard Drive and Archon Drive and the streets off there.
okay, yes,
We actually have quite a number of people from that area coming over to us because we are the closest. And with having the bus stops outside, that was a draw card originally.
yes,
So we'd like to carry on just working with and working with Broomfield the same as what we are now, if at all possible.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so roughly is how many household, based on your definition of people? Roughly, just roughly,
Oh,
based on
roughly
your
about
service.
2,000, roughly.
2,000.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, when we
thank
do
you.
a leaflet drop, it's usually about 3,600, so yeah,
Okay.
about 2,000.
Thank you.
Anyone else? No? Very good. Well, thank you. Created a stir around the table.
Thank you all for your time.
Thank you very much.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Next is Dr. Lynette Willis, Ilam and Upper Riccarton Residents Association.